Hello YouTube, it's me, Rupture. It's been a long time since I've made a Behind Two Pallets video, and I'm sorry about that, but I've been super busy working on a Twitch extension for Dead by Daylight. We're going to take a look at that extension shortly, but I want to let you guys know I've still been playing Dead by Daylight, still getting lots of epic flashbang saves. I got him! Woo! Stella! And playing some Rocket League and Diablo 4 as well. Let's take a look at the extension. The first thing I want to do here is show you guys the newest update that'll be coming to the extension in the next version. This is not currently in the current version that's released, but this will be the next upcoming update. So this is what the panel will look like. I've got it popped out from the browser window right now just to isolate it and highlight just what this is and not have any extra stuff. So currently we're looking at this panel installed on my channel and there's no requests at this time. So there's a little menu option up here and we can see the requests. We can add a killer, we can add a survivor, and there's a little info page. And so we're gonna go and show you guys the newest update, which is customized builds. So we're gonna be able to add a killer. We will be able to pick the killer, and let's just go with Blight. And by default, the options will be here to customize, or if you don't want to customize a build, you just want to add the killer, you will be able to click on the add request and do just that. Let's just do the customized build here for Blight. We'll click that and you can see we got the 4 perk slots. We'll pick, let's do one of my favorite perks. We're going to use the search feature here. If you decide you don't want to do perks, you want to cancel out, you can obviously back up, but let's customize a build here. Let's do Dead, one of my favorite perks here, Deadlock. So we got Deadlock. I'm just going to click on a few perks here so you can scroll through, you can find, we'll do Plaything. And, another nice feature I'm trying to implement is, aliases for perks. So a lot of people save the best for last. You got STBFL. So you can type, STB, STBFL, and you'll get saved the best for last. And then when you've finished loading up the perks that you want, you click Add a Build. And, depending on the streamer's settings and what they've got set up to charge for these requests, or if they're free, you will be asked to confirm the purchase. I'm going to cancel because this is just a video I'm trying to show you. So here I went ahead and added a trapper request. And I also, the trash can icon here is here because I'm a moderator, or broadcaster roles are able to see this. Viewers will not be able to clear the requests out. But so as you can see here, we've got the Trapper. It was requested by Rupture, and we've got the perks Deadlock, Save the Best for Last, Corrupt Intervention, No Way Out. And as viewers add more requests to the queue, they will just pile up into a list down below, and there's settings we'll get into later that control how much of that can exist. And so when you're done playing the build, the mod can have this open on their computer, and then when the build is completed and the game is done, or as it starts, they can go ahead and clear that out and move on to the next request. Now let's cover installing the extension and all the different settings that streamers can have. So first thing you want to do is going to go to the extensions page in the dashboard. It's a little puzzle icon down there, and in the search you can type DBD build requests, or just type DBD build. Let's try that. All right, and some of these you won't see because this was my initial version of it, and I've got some testing versions out here. And then the one you will be looking for, and the only one you'll see, is this one right here. And you'll want to add that to your channel, and it'll pop up and ask you to configure it. And so you'll install it, and you'll have to select which panel slot you want it to go into. But ultimately, you'll be presented as a streamer with these settings page, and you can control how the queue is handled, whether it's you want to close the queue completely, or if you want to always have it open, or if you only want to have it playing while you're playing DBD. And then you can also control if you want people to be able to request just one side. So maybe you only play killer, maybe you only play survivor. You can turn off entire menus so viewers cannot request things you don't want them to. And then you've got your queue size, and you can go from 1 request at a time all the way up to 10 requests that can be in the queue. Keep in mind, 10 requests in DBD is going to take quite a bit of time to get through, so you can also limit the amount of requests a user can enter. And that's handy if you're going to have free requests. You don't want like one person to come in and just request and fill the queue on their own. So you can control those aspects. And then also you have a menu here where you can go into different settings for specific sides of the game. So let's say I'm a killer streamer. I want to go into killers. Maybe I'm a new streamer and I don't have all the DLCs yet. So, let's say the newest killer came out, Skull Merchant. I haven't bought it yet. You can just toggle the Skull Merchant off. You don't have to see them. Viewers can't request them. And you can also control, you can disable everybody and then go through and just enable the killers you want, or you can enable everything, which is the default setting. By default, they're all 500 bits, but you do have a menu where you can come in, you can control and set them all to free, and now every killer is free. You can say I want all killers to be 100 bits, all the way up to the maximum, which is 10,000 bits. So let's just leave it at 500, but maybe there's a killer you just really don't like, you don't want people requesting it too often. So let's say Hag, we'll bump her up to 10,000 just to make sure we really don't have to pay her. And these settings are all saved as soon as you make changes. So we can go look at the survivor side. It's the same exact thing. You might not own all the survivors, so we haven't bought that new DLC yet. You can turn them off. And again, you can assign costs across the board, and there we got it. So that is the streamer settings in the application right now, and there will be some expansions to this in the next version as well, but this is the current settings out there. Build request live config panel here for the streamer to use while they're streaming. They can open this up if they want to manage the requests themselves. And then we've got the viewer panel here, we've got the live config panel, and let's go back to the extension settings. So as a viewer, let's say I want to come in and add a killer request. Let's say as a streamer, I'm in here in the settings, I want to make the trapper free. As you can see, I made the change over here, and over here in the list, as the viewer, this automatically just gets pushed out to everyone watching your stream, and it updates their extension and shows now that it's free. So we're gonna go ahead and add that request, and now we've added it. You can see it's shown up here, and there'll actually be a chat message from the extension that pops up in chat that says, Rupture as requested the trapper. And then as a streamer, if you're managing this queue yourself with this panel open, when you play it, you can just clear it out of the request, and it clears it out for all the viewers that are watching as well. Another feature is, say, people have been requesting killers and you're kind of just, tired of playing killer, you don't want to play anymore, you want to turn off killer requests. So if you come in here and you turn off, actually, you can do it over here. So in the live config panel, you can manage your requests, and you can also go to settings, and you just get the simple settings page here. It doesn't have all the advanced controls for the bits and everything. You have to go into the main settings for that. So we can turn off killer requests, and as soon as we do that, the add button is disabled. Nobody can add killers anymore. They actually, once they get back to the queue page, they can no longer even navigate to request a killer. So turn that back on, menu's back available, people can request killers again. Add a killer. I'm doing free requests right now because obviously I don't want to pay bits just to show this thing. So if I come in here, make another free nurse killer here, just to show what happens when, let's see what our limit here is. So our limit, we said max is 2 requests per user. So now if I come in here and try to add another killer, I'm unable to add it because I've reached the maximum requests per user. So I have to wait until my requests are getting cleared out before I can add new ones. That allows other people to get their requests in as well. Spread the love a little bit. If I decide, no, you know what, let's let 3 people, we'll let you add another request. So we bumped up to 3, and immediately I'm able to go add another request. And then as a streamer, you can come in here, clear those out, or your moderators can handle that. And that's it. We just covered everything about the extension, from the streamer's configurations to how the viewers can interact with it. And like I said, looking forward to the next update, because that's going to have the big requested feature that I know everyone's going to want, which is being able to pick perks. So that's in the works. The current version that's out there on Twitch right now, available to install, only is for requesting the characters, but the next version will be out hopefully within the next month. I would guess 2 to 4 weeks probably, just because the review process is going to take a couple weeks, and I'm maybe a week or two away from getting everything polished up on that. And before I forget, I want to remind everyone that every Saturday, all summer long, Hawaiian Bill is on my stream. Don't forget to stop by and check him out, twitch.tv/rupture. And I hope you enjoyed a look at this extension. And if you know anyone interested that streams that might like it, give them a link to it. It's down in the description. Bye.